Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm currently in the city of Katowice in Poland, but I'm about to take a bus to Krakow. So come with me as we travel to Krakow. So I booked my bus ticket through Flixbus and it goes to Zapiekanka, but it stops off at Krakow and a bunch of other places I've never heard of. The bus drive is supposed to be an hour and a half and it cost me £5, which I think is a bargain. So let's go on the bus and travel to Krakow. Alright guys, we are out here in Krakow. I've just made it. I'm at like the main bus station, wherever it is. And first thing first, I just need to go to where I'm staying to freshen up and put my bag away. And then yeah, we'll go explore Krakow. Well, I've just freshened up. I'm about to go get some Polish food and I'm in some dodgy looking elevator, to be honest. But I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't go to walk downstairs and there was a nitty sleep on the staircase, so I thought I'd avoid him. But yeah, let's go get some food. I was just walking, I just realised it's not even that cold. It says on the app it's 1 degree. And obviously I'm just in my jumper. Up here it says pierogi 24 hour. So if you want pierogi at 2 AM, 3 AM, that's the place to go to. So I managed to get myself a seat at this Polish restaurant. I think it's like underground. You can see like the bricks on the ceiling and on the walls. And then I ordered myself a pork schnitzel, and I got myself 10 pieces of meat pierogi, and got myself a Polish beer to wash it down. Right, so the food that I ordered came. So this is the pork schnitzel. Here you got some cabbage and then some potatoes, and then here you got meat pierogi. Pierogi, for people who don't know, is basically dumplings. You can get all sorts in it. I chose the meat. You can get cheese and vegetables. So yeah, let's see what this will taste like. So we'll start off with the pierogi. That's so good. It's got like a garlicky taste. The meat's so good. The dumplings, the texture of it's really good. And for the schnitzel, I basically put everything on the plate into one bit for the fork. Let's see what this tastes like. Fucking hot. Oh, that tastes so good. That cabbage is so banging. The schnitzel is really soft, tender meat. The potato is really good. Ooh, I'm getting full already. I'm hoping I can finish this all. Still got half the schnitzel left and 5 bits of pierogi, but I think I got this. I tell you what, I'm so full up, but I pretty much ate it all. Just literally left 2 potatoes, but I tell you what, that was so good. And this is the place I just come out from, where I just had my dinner. CK Browar, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, here in Krakow. So if you're here, you want some good food and beer, come to this place, and it's spot on. Right, so around the corner from where I just had my dinner, we've arrived at the main square in Krakow. Obviously, because it's night time, you probably can't see as much. But the square is called Wieliczka Salt. I think I'm saying that correct. I hear the bell going off. So behind this big building here, there's like more of the square, and that's St Mary's Basilica. I think that's, or St Mary's Church. That's where the bells are coming from. And here we are at St Mary's Basilica. This is obviously one of the main attractions you'll see in Krakow. You'll probably see this picture on postcards and on fridge magnets, right in the middle of the town square. As I said, a lot of people around. What's the time? So, 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday night. But the crowds haven't died down just yet. If anything, they're probably getting started for a night out or something. But yeah, look at that. I'm going to come back here tomorrow during the day so you can see the church better, and you can also see the whole square a lot better as well. Although this does look beautiful at night. But I'll come back here tomorrow and I'll share with you a bunch of facts about the church and about the square and about all of the main attractions you'll find here in Krakow. They've got a Hard Rock Cafe here. Also got a Zara store. And a lot of other shops here in the main town square. I'll tell you what, there's fucking loads of people here. I did not expect this. But obviously I know Krakow is known for its nightlife. And over the past couple of years, it's just become like really touristy. So I know loads of people come here for all sorts of reasons why, to be honest. But yeah, really good. Hello to the camera. This is at the side of St Mary's Basilica. Just showing you it from a different angle. This bit here is a lot more quieter than the main square just there. It's only a couple steps away, but you can definitely tell the difference. And over here you got, I believe they're graves of people. I don't know who exactly, but maybe leaders from the past or famous people in Polish history. I've researched other places to go to before I came here. A place called Wawel Castle. There's a place, it's basically the Jewish quarter. Can't remember the actual name of it. All these main attractions, but it says they're closed. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'll just go there when it's daytime, and you can also see it better as well, because you know it's quite dark. Got a horse there. It's like a Dalmatian dog with the black and white on it. Oh. Right in the main square, Krakow, you've got this big building, which is called the Cloth Hall. And you can basically walk through it to the other side of the square. This is called it when the bus. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what these are. I wonder if they're open during the day. So obviously there's this gate here to stop people going in this section of the Cloth Hall. So yeah, we'll come in tomorrow and see what the difference is between the day and night time. I tell you what, I said earlier that I'm not cold, but I'm fucking freezing now. The wind has picked up and it literally feels 10 times colder than it did like an hour ago. I made a big mistake leaving my coat at my hostel. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a bar and get a drink. Because it's too cold, so yeah, let's find a warm bar and have a cold beer. Right, so I started this bar to get a beer and I've come across these Polish boys. You saying boys?
Hello boys!
What's your name?
Hello guys, hello fans! We are from Krakow.
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name? My name is Jacob, guys. Hello.
Jacob, and what's your name?
Jacob also.
I'm with the two Jacobs.
Yes.
And we're here out here in Krakow.
Good luck.
And you're both from Krakow, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, at least I just bumped into these boys. I sat down, he started chatting to me. I said, oh, I'm making a YouTube video, and from there, that's all it started, so yeah.
So, bro, subscribe to him, he's very nice guy.
He's the good guy,
Yeah. You heard it right, subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.
Hawk Explores, that's the channel. Cheers. Cheers. These boys are just, I'm sat here, these boys having a debate over who's better, Ronaldo or Messi. I can hear they're saying Ronaldo already. What do you think, Jacob? Do you think Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo, definitely.
Yeah.
When I was kid, but now also kid, yeah. I'm 18 years old.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago I have 18th birthday.
Happy birthday, 18, yeah?
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm always Ronaldo fan. Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid, yeah. Yeah, he was good there. It was good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm personally gonna have to say Messi. I think Messi's the best. Ronaldo was like second best. Like if it wasn't for Messi, Ronaldo. It's just my opinion.
Messi is also a very good player. I think that's the top players of
All time, 100%. And I don't think there'll be any two players that are like as good as them. I think there will be like the best ever, you know?
Yeah, I think
Everywhere you go around the world, even if you can't speak the same language, football's the language. Do you know what I mean?
It's better in town.
Tell you what, these Polish guys are crazy. Yeah, so I think this beer is called Perwa. I think a lot of people say Perla, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this L symbol, you pronounce it as a W. So, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But right, the bar I was at was pretty decent, but it was so cold because it was outdoor seating, and they had indoor seating pretty much, but it was like so packed. I think there was like a live musician, like someone singing with a guitar, and it was packed in there. So I sat outside. I got chatting to a couple of people, but it was so cold. So I'm gonna go to another bar, which I've researched, and it's indoor seating. So let's go there and get another beer. So I've come to this place called the House of Beer, and the clue's in the name obviously because there's hundreds of beers to pick from, to be honest. And I've just gone for the Polish house beer. So yeah, let's see what it's like. Right, so here goes. Got the house Polish beer. That's so nice. This beer, which is a pint, which I've drunk half already, and the other 2 pints I had, have only been £3 each. Prices in Poland are very good. So I really like that bar, just that. They had a good selection of beers. They had loads of beers to pick from. I really liked it, but yeah, time to go to the next bar.
Striptease.
What does striptease mean?
Striptease club.
What does that mean?
Titty bar.
Titty bar?
Go.
Ah, no, I'm good, I'm good.
No.
I don't want to go titty bar.
Why not?
Because I don't like titties.
Oh.
No, sorry. See you later. Mate, I'll get fucking harassed by people telling me to come to strip clubs. It's getting to the point I had to tell them I don't like the strip club. But yeah, they fucking harass you around here. And I'm down the street, there's just bare people. I don't know, more people are going to come up to me and ask. Wieliczka. I'm going to check this place out. Alright, this beer here cost me 9 zloty, which is £1.80. £1.80 for this beer. That is banging price. I've got a Tiski as well. Tiski is like a really famous Polish beer, so let's try it out. That's so good. £1.80 for this, you cannot complain. There's like some sports bar in here as well. In that room over there, they're playing like football. Here they've got some sort of Formula 1. I'm not really into Formula 1, but you know. But yeah, a lot of sports bars to choose in Krakow. So I'm just trying to find one more bar before I go back. I've been to like 4 different bars and they're all good, but I don't want to be sitting in like the same place all night. So yeah, I'm at the main square, so there'll be loads of places. Let's find somewhere. So it's currently midnight, technically Sunday morning, but a Saturday night, and it's packed to people. So you can clearly see that Krakow is like proper nightlife city. There's There's a bar there, Basilica. I've seen many of them tonight. But as I said, I'm gonna have one more drink and then I'm gonna call it a night because I've got a big day tomorrow. I'm going to the Krakow salt mines. So just one more drink for me and then I'm gonna call it a night. I was in here earlier, I could go in here again. Let's see if there's anything over here. I think it's all the same sort of establishment. Alright, so this is the last bar I'm definitely going to tonight. I've got myself another Tiski and it's the same price, 9 Pilsen, which is £1.80 for a fucking pint of this. Mate, the prices, the quality of the beer is spot on, like you can't go wrong with it. And a lot of the bars, they're playing like live sports, and here they've got the hockey. The last bar I was at, they'll play in the like the Formula 1. So you've always got something to watch while you're having a drink. So always keep yourself entertained while having a pint. Well, I've had a really good first night, but I'm gonna go back to where I'm staying and I'm gonna have a good sleep and wake up for tomorrow because I've got a lot of stuff planned for tomorrow. As I said, I've got the salt mines and just a lot of exploring of Krakow in general. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, guys. I'm about to go to the salt mines in Krakow. I can't remember the name of it. It's got like a Polish name, which I'm not going to try and pronounce. But my pickup's in 20 minutes. So I was going to go to the old town and get some breakfast, but I'm not going to have time. So I'm just going to probably go to this supermarket, get myself a bit of breakfast and a bit of food for the journey. So yeah, let's go to the salt mines together. So that supermarket was closed, but I found this cafe literally next to the hostel where I'm staying, and I got this ham and cheese baguette, this croissant and a coffee.
It was natural border from the two different cities. On the right side it was the Krakow, on the left side was Kazimierz. Kazimierz Jewish quarter. Now that's the one of the part of the Krakow and one of the most popular area for tourists.
Alright, so we're in the transport now going to the salt mines, and this is my driver Albert. Albert, do you know how old the salt mine is, roughly? I read online it was like nearly 700 years old or something. It's like very old.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce the salt mine?
Wieliczka, that's the name of the city.
Yep.
Wieliczka, that's Polish name, local name, and Salt Mine, Wieliczka Salt Mine.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Complete name.
Ah, okay then. And it attracts many tourists?
Plenty.
Yeah. Okay.
So now on the right side behind the corner you can see the Wawel Castle.
Oh, yeah, over there somewhere. Yeah.
Before they enter to the bridge on the right side you can also find the place where a lot of tourists forgot this place, but you can find here the statue of the dragon, symbol of the Krakow.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of tourists, they are coming to exploring the castle, but they miss the cave with the dragon. It's on the right side, it's there, you have to walk.
And it's true that the dragon breathes fire? Do you know, like, is
Correct.
it every
few minutes?
Every few minutes?
Every 5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now we are past the Vistula river. That's the biggest and the largest river in Poland. They began in the Polish mountains, cut all our country, Krakow, Warsaw, and finished in the Gdańsk city.
Oh, okay.
In the Baltic.
Longest river in Poland?
Yes, correct.
What's the name of it?
Wisła in Polish.
Oh, okay.
Vistula in English, you say something like that.
Oh, okay.
In the front of us, concert hall. On the left side, very popular place. In the past that was Hotel Forum. Just right now that's a place with a lot of restaurant and place for chilling.
And do you know how deep the salt mines are, roughly? Because I heard it's like hundreds of steps you have to go down, like many steps.
Correct.
Okay.
Many people they have the problem with this.
Oh, okay. Is there also like a lift, like an elevator, or just the stairs?
Elevator, the stuff they bring you just back.
Oh, okay.
transport inside is only for people which they have the problem with the walking.
Oh, I understand.
All down with the Wawel Castle.
Yeah.
Next one does everything what you can see on the left side. Jewish quarter. And the last one behind the river, when you pass the river, behind the Jewish quarter, there is a Podgórze district where in the time of the war was the ghetto area. So if you watch the Schindler List, you saw a lot of places, buildings in this movie, because Oscar Spielberg make, I think, around 50-60% of this movie here in the Krakow.
Was it Schindler's List?
Also there is the original building, Schindler List.
Oh, okay.
Now that's one of the most popular museums in the Krakow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this film Schindler's List, directed by Steven Spielberg. So it was set in the Jewish quarter in Krakow, or filmed there?
Also.
Yeah. Okay. And I think it's about, it's about the man, Oscar Schindler. He released a lot of Jews from the...
He saved the people. He said to Nazis that some kind of people, they are very important, and I need these people to work in my factory to make a manual products. A lot of tourists, they know about the fact about this place, but in the Krakow it was also that camp like the Auschwitz. It was named the Płaszów Death Camp. So everything on the left side in the time of the war here, it was a lot of barracks, but when the war was ending, the Nazis will destroy everything here. And now that's just green area. So if you watch the Schindler List, you saw probably a lot of also places from this area.
Yeah. What was it? A concentration camp?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Similar like the Płaszów. Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Płaszów Death Camp.
That is mental.
Here you've got monument. People with the stone on the head.
Yeah. Just that thing. There it is. Yep. So it's just researched, and it says that the salt mine's been in operation since the 13th century, making over 700 years old, and it's one of the oldest salt mines in the world, and the mine reaches a depth of 327 meters, and it stretches for over 287 kilometers, but only a small portion is open to the public. You can tell that this is a major tourist attraction here in Krakow. You see the amount of people queuing up. And it's only 10 in the morning, so there's going to be a lot more people coming today.
Nie muszę go wyjebać. Dzięki,
No worries. Adios. They wanted me to take a video of them. Sorry, not a video, a picture. They just come up to me and they started speaking Polish to me. I had no clue what they said, but they wanted me to take a group picture of them. I've got about 20 minutes to kill before I meet up with my tour guide, so I'll just come across this park next to the salt mine. Looks really nice. Got this wooden structure here, a lot of benches, a lot of pigeons. So apparently here you can do a mining experience where they give you all the uniform and like the PPE, and you get to experience what it was like to be a salt miner.
We have 400 more, so in total there are more or less 800 stairs. Luckily there is the lift, the elevator which takes us on the surface, so we don't need to climb. Are ready to take the stairs? Hold the door hand by hand and mind just step.
Alright, so let the staircase begin. Hell, you can't see very well, but that drop is insane. That is mental. It's like the never-ending staircase. I'm expecting like hundreds and hundreds of steps. It did say the maximum depth is 327 meters. I don't know if we go into that exact depth, but it's going to be at least a couple hundred feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mine is a maze of corridors, so it's very easy to get lost. That's why the last and probably most important thing, please don't leave my group, because I'm the only one person who knows how to get out, so please stick together all the time. In about 1 hour we'll take the break mainly for the toilets. At the end of our tour we'll take another one, for the toilets and shopping as well.
So that's how deep we are at the moment. 64 metres, that's only level 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wieliczka Salt Mine is one of the oldest salt mine in the world. It's 700 years old. Please keep in mind that every sculpture, every decoration is made by the miners. They weren't professional artists. They carved in the spare time after the work. Only one of them has graduated from the art. And right now, come closer to the carving. Please, you can see that it's made of salt, as almost every statue on the way. That's why please don't touch them. There are 3 things which you cannot touch and lick: the figures, the electric wires, and the tour guide. The rest, please go ahead. And once again, we are walking on the salt. More or less 300 miners working down here. We call them miners in keeping with tradition, but actually they are engineers. They have plenty of privileges reserved for people working underground. For example, they take early retirement after 25 years.
As you can see, some of these walkways are so narrow and small. I'm actually ducking a lot of the time I'm walking.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the extraction of salt
More
was
spacious
finished, the
now.
miners had to suffer the chambers to be collapsing. The wood, the timber is the best material to maintain the mine because it doesn't corrode in the salt environment like a steel. Ladies and gentlemen, have a look up please and tell me what are these. This is something to eat. No. The salt cauliflowers. The effect of the secondary crystallization of the salt, the water makes them. You can taste it because this is the normal table salt also. You can scrape some salt and later use in your kitchen. Every tourist can lick 2 kilograms of salt, so please think about it.
No thanks. You've got all these sculptures, all made from salt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Probably of the miners hundreds of years ago who used to work down here.
refers to the fire which took place in this part of the mine.
Very dark in here, so the camera's not picking up
The cause
great,
of it
but
was the explosion of methane gas.
surrounded by salt.
It is released. For many years, the miners carried the salt themselves. They used the carts, the sledges, the boxes, the chests. Until the 16th century, it was the turning point because horses appeared here to help in vertical and horizontal transport. The last horse, named Bashka, left the mine in 2002. In 1861, wagons on steel tracks were introduced at the mine, which were first drawn by horses, and then, starting from the 1920s, powered by battery and traction locomotives. In the next chamber, you will see the replica of horse's stable, and please be careful, the horse kicks and bites. Over the joking, the fake.
You okay, dear?
Better not get too close then. I might kick a bite there. All covered in salt. All around me. Even on the floor.
Then pour 2 other cups of the water and then out by rubber or by the salt check.
I'm going to try some of this water.
Let's try.
So, it's like when you go into the sea and you get water in your mouth. It literally tastes just like that.
There we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, working underground was dangerous. That's why the miners were very, very religious. They prayed before, during, and after the work. In Wieliczka, they built 40 underground chapels, only 8 left, and you can see only 2 of them.
Wow, look at the size of this church. So, what year did you say this was built?
First of all, this temple was excavated for 28 years,
Yep.
and since 1896 they started
Oh,
decorating it.
started in 1896. Wow.
So in total it took more or less 100 years.
Is this the only church in the world made of salt underground?
No, in Romania there's
also
the salt mine, and there
Oh,
are
okay.
churches as well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Which one is older, this one or Romania? Do you know?
In Romania, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh.
The oldest salt mine in the world is in Austria, Hallstatt,
Oh,
more
wow.
or less 6,000 years before Christus.
Wow. So this whole church is made out of salt, and it's actually so crazy. So apparently these are all saints from the Bible in the New Testament, and this whole church was built by 3 people, and that must have taken them a long time to make this. All these chandeliers are made just from salt as well. And this chandelier right here weighs 500 kilograms. It's absolutely massive. And apparently people rent out this church for weddings. Just imagine that, getting married hundreds of meters under the ground in a church made completely out of salt. And as well, apparently they host concerts here as well because, I don't know, maybe the, like good sound system they have because of the, I don't know, the echoes or whatever it is. But just imagine having a little rave in this church made of salt. This is actually crazy. All of this made from salt. Even the chandeliers, the carvings, everything around you.
This chamber is one of the highest in the mine. It's 35 meters high. Moreover, it was extracted for over 100 years by hand, of course. Do you remember the first chamber with this large wooden structure on the tourist route? This one is connected with it by this staircase. That's why in the past, before the First World War, the tourist route started from this point. Our visitors went downstairs and they visited only 5 chambers. At present, this room is our reception hall, which you can rent when you hold the wedding party, when you organize the conference, the exhibition, and so on. That's why the floor is made of the wood.
So we're 110 meters below the ground right now, and you can get refreshments and snacks and drinks. Over here you have like souvenirs. You got salt lamps here, salt, fridge magnets, some bracelets. Over here you have kitchen salt, chocolate with salt, fine salt, coarse salt. I think it's just mad that like you're over 100 meters below the ground and you've pretty much got a cafe with your drinks and your food. You've got a shop here to buy stuff. And over here you have different types of jewellery. I assume they've all got some sort of salt extract in them. All made from salt from the mines that surround us.
They died because of lack of the oxygen. They were Austrian soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are 130 meters underground.
So this is the tallest chamber in the whole salt mines. It's 36 meters high, and apparently it's where the first ever underground bungee jump happened. Apparently it's from one of these platforms up here. As you can see, there's a lot more souvenirs here made from salt, like salt crystals. A lot of like teapots and mugs with displays of the salt mines on. That was like 28 pills in, so it's about just over £5. Some fridge magnets here, some salt crystals, some sort of ornaments. Oh, what's this? I think this is some other salt mines from around the world. So it's this one here. Ethiopia, Ecuador, Canada, the States, Senegal, Germany. Maybe they're all similar salt mines from around the world. I mean, this salt mine is massive already, but the lady said that apparently there's one in Austria and one in Romania that's bigger than this. They've even got a restaurant down here. Loads of tables and chairs, areas to sit, selection of Polish beers, desserts. So as you can see, 135 meters low surface, and the only way up is this elevator right here.
Proszę. I proszę, no. Hang on, can I go?
I'm actually getting pushed.
So you have more space. Sorry, I'm on you. Okay.
Bye bye.
Why are we going down? Pack like sardines in here.
Are we going down now?
Well, I thought we were going up, but
We're a little bit down.
oh, I don't know why.
Need to upload.
They're making a stukje laag.
For those who know, this could be an infrared moment. Okay, now we're going up. I'll see you at the top. We made it to the top. This is the elevator I just come out of. If you don't like heights or you have claustrophobia, I would not recommend do that. Yeah, we made it alive and well. And you got another gift shop right at the exit. Pretty much all the same stuff you saw at the gift shops before. But you know what, I actually might buy a souvenir because I've never been to a place like this before, and I don't know, getting some sort of souvenir as like a memory would be quite cool. I remember my brother came here about a year or two ago and he got this like salt for food, like some garlic Polish salt. So I might find something similar to that or something completely different, but might as well get something while I'm here. This is what you got actually. Pretty sure it was this. Yeah, that's it, garlic rock salt. I'm gonna get this. Chocolate with salt and ginger. Oh, see how this tastes. So that was the salt mine tour. You know, I really enjoyed that. I'm glad I did it with a tour guide as well because I learned a lot more. Like, if I did that on my own, I probably wouldn't have learned half the stuff I learned today. But if you're ever in Krakow, definitely come here because it's a really cool and unique experience. Alright guys, so now we're in the historic district of Kazimierz, I think that's how you say it, which is the Jewish quarter. And before World War II, it was the home of to a thriving Jewish community with many synagogues, schools and cultural institutions. And this district got a lot of recognition from the film Schindler's List, directed by Steven Spielberg, which was set in this area and I believe was filmed here as well, about a man named Oskar Schindler who helped free a lot of the Jews during the Second World War. And I can't remember exactly the name of this square, but apparently this is one of, if not the main squares here in the Jewish quarter. And I've done some research and apparently there's a very, very famous like food van or food spot called Zapiekanka, which you can basically get like a pizza sort of sandwich thing. I've seen it all over TikTok and I'm really hungry, so yeah, let's go there now. I think it's only a couple minute walk from here, but a very old and historic part of Krakow here. A lot of cobbled streets and old buildings. And during World War II, Kazimier's Jewish population was devastated, and the area was later incorporated into the German-controlled Krakow ghetto. So I think we've come to the part where there's a lot of bars and a lot of restaurants here. I'm in the queue for this place to get some Zapiekanki, and I see it all over TikTok. Apparently it was a really popular place for tourists to come and get some cheap food. There's loads of options to choose from. I'm gonna go for this one, Carnivals. You got bacon, salami, ham and sausage. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds banging, so I'm gonna get that one. I got myself a Zapiekanki. I also got myself a Miranda drink. So yeah, let's see what it's like. Now they're so awkward to eat. I should have got it chopped up, to be honest, but don't matter. That's good. It's like a pizza pretty much, but on like a baguette. And I've got barbecue sauce on it as well, because I feel like barbecue sauce on this sort of meat goes really well. And this Zapiekanki and that Miranda drink cost me less than £6. Right, so I'm on my way to a place called Wawel Castle, and next to Wawel Castle is a thing called the Wawel Dragon, which I'll explain more about when we get there. But let's admire this for a second. I believe this is the ancient wall that surrounds the old town, and through this archway you're pretty much within the old town, and over there's the main square where we were last night. Alright guys, we have arrived at Wawel Castle, and just before I say anything, I can hear a guy on an acoustic guitar playing Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. There he is. Such a good song. I love Metallica. But yeah, this is the staircase that goes up towards the castle. And then I assume up here is the entrance, and I can go inside and show you, hopefully inside, and maybe a view of Krakow from the castle. That looks absolutely incredible. Look at that. It's actually massive. So Wawel Castle was the residence of Polish kings for over 500 years. It was from the 11th century all the way to 1596. It's housed a lot of Polish monarchs over the years. And as you can see, it's a very popular tourist spot in Krakow. Plenty of people. Wow, look at this. This is stunning. The castle is situated on Wawel Hill, a strategic location overlooking the Vistula River in the heart of Krakow. And maybe over there is where you can enter into the castle. So I'm gonna go check it out. And this castle is home to the Wawel Cathedral, where many Polish kings were crowned and also buried. So we're currently in the middle of the castle right now, and you've got all these sort of balconies. You can't really tell by the video, but it's like so big and so spacious, and it's so like tall as well. And over there you got like loads of different paintings of I don't know, maybe monarchs from the past. And because of this castle being the residence of Polish kings for over 500 years, it was the seat of the Polish monarchy and the centre of political power in Poland. Wow, look over there, you can see a hot air balloon. So yeah, this place housed a lot of very important people in Poland for hundreds of years. And I believe over there overlooks the Vistula River in Krakow. From here it looks like there's a viewing platform of the river and maybe a lot of Krakow itself. And here we go, here's the platform overlooking the Vistula River here in Krakow. And as you can see, there's a hot air balloon over the city. And my cab driver earlier to the salt mines, Albert, I'm pretty sure he said that this river is the longest river in Poland, and it goes all the way from here through many other cities up to Warsaw, which is literally like the other side of the country. See some boats there, you can probably do some like river tours, get to see Krakow from a different perspective. And I believe right down there is the Wawel Dragon, which we're going to go to now. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about the Wawel Dragon. So according to Polish legend, there was once a dragon that lived beneath Wawel Hill, and this dragon used to terrorize the local population by eating sheep and even young maidens. And then the dragon was eventually defeated by a young clever man named Scuba, who tricked the dragon into eating a sulfur-filled sheep. And apparently the dragon drank so much water to quench its thirst, he exploded. And the cave where the dragon used to live is now called Wawel Dragon's Den. And I believe if I walk down this way, I'll get to Wawel Dragon. I can see a big crowd of people over there, and they're waiting for the Wawel Dragon to breathe its fire. You got some stands here next to the castle selling souvenirs, got fridge magnets, necklaces, teddies. And I'll definitely be getting a fridge magnet here because, like many tourists, I have a thing where I collect fridge magnets everywhere I go. Every country, every city I go to, I get one for me and for my family, so I'll definitely be getting one today. So here it is, Wawel Dragon. Apparently this statue was built in 1972 and obviously famous for its fire breathing, and it's a significant symbol of Krakow and Polish folklore. So I don't know how long I'm going to be waiting for it to breathe fire next, but I'm happy to wait. Just managed to catch it. I was on my phone getting my camera ready to get a picture of it, and then all of a sudden it started breathing fire, so I luckily caught the last bit on camera. But there you have it, the Wawel Dragon breathing its fire. And I think down here is the famous cave where the Wawel Dragon lived, according to Polish legend. It's gated off so you can't see much. But this is a very famous tourist attraction here in Krakow. If you've been to Krakow before, you've probably been where I am right now. If you've never been here, I'll definitely recommend checking it out because it's a really historic part of Polish history here in the city, and plays a very big part in Polish folklore in Krakow. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go back to the main market town square in Krakow where we were last night, and I'm going to show you all what's like during the day. You've got the main St Mary's Basilica in the square, but there's another tower I can't remember the name of it, but apparently you can go up it and get a panoramic view of the old town. So let's go check it out. Let's see if we can go up it. And over here you can see Wawel Castle from another perspective. And they've got another really interesting building over here. So this is definitely one of the main streets in Krakow that goes from Wawel Castle right down towards the main square. And one thing you'll notice about Poland and Krakow, that the streets are so clean. I've just noticed walking around, there's no litter whatsoever. You'll find maybe the odd 1 or 2 pieces on the floor, but generally it's a very, very clean country. It's not like when I walk down the street in England and it's just fucking shit everywhere. Here it's very clean. They take a lot of pride in their streets and I think in their country in general. Turning this corner here, wow, look at this building. But before it gets too late, if I see a souvenir shop, I'm going to get a couple fridge magnets and stuff, because as I said, I always get them when I go to different places I've never been to before. Well, I just come out of the souvenir shop, and like I said I would, got myself a fridge magnet, and I think that depicts Krakow very, very well. And if you want some food in Krakow that's not as authentic, I've got the place for you. Over there you've got the main building in the middle of the square, which is called the Cloth Hall, which we're going to check out this time of day as well, because I was there last night and a lot of it was closed. So I'm going to go there now and or in the next hour or so and see how different it looks in the daytime compared to night time. And just over here is the tower I'm going to try and go to the top of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, or at least try and go to the top, and then after that we're going to explore the Cloth Hall, and then eventually we'll go to St Mary's Basilica, and I'll tell you facts about the history of all these different buildings here. This market square here in Krakow, Główny, is the largest medieval town square in the whole of Europe. And I believe it's 200 meters by 200 meters. But yeah, here's the tower. I hope you can go up it, because that's what Albert told me earlier. And I checked online, it says it closes at 6 and it's nearly 5:30. So I hope I have enough time to hopefully go up it. I think I've arrived too late. Oh well, here's what it is. Let's go check out the Cloth Hall. So the centre of Główny is the Cloth Hall, a Renaissance building that once was served as a trading centre for cloth and other goods. And today it houses a market for jewellery, souvenirs and many other goods. We have some very interesting stuff on sale here. A lot of jewellery, a lot of fridge magnets, some traditional Polish clothing. So it's pretty much a market on the ground floor, but on the upper floor, apparently it's a museum for Polish art. So if you're interested in art, come to Clothorn Vinek Główny and you get to admire some Polish art here in Krakow. A lot of cozy hats that'll keep you warm here in Poland, because I tell you what, it's middle of March and it's freezing. Although the sun's out, it looks like a really nice day, it's freezing. I really should have brought my gloves with me, but I won't die, so I'll be good. So here we have ahead of us one of, or if not the main tourist attraction here in Krakow, St Mary's Church, or St Mary's Basilica. The church's construction began in the 13th century, with the first stone being laid in the year 1290. So the taller tower is obviously the one on the left, which is 82 meters high from the ground, while the one on the right is only 69 meters high from the ground. And they were both built in different periods, contributing to their distinctive appearance. And it looks like you can enter the St Mary's Church here, so let's have a look inside. That was quite something in there. The design, excuse me, the design in there is just phenomenal. Like, it was so colourful. I saw red, I saw gold, all these vibrant colours. But you couldn't go any further because I think there was a ceremony or something going on. Oh wow, that full shot. So now I've shown you all pretty much the main attractions of Krakow. I think I'm just gonna get lost in the streets because I think we've been to all the main attractions now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, thank you. What's this for? Anyway, yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk around the streets and get lost and eventually get some food again, obviously try some more Polish food, and yeah, maybe grab another drink. So I'm going home tomorrow, so I'm just going to make the most of this evening and just indulge in as much Polish culture as I can before I go home. I can see here there's like a staircase, which I think you can maybe walk the walls of the old town. Maybe I've missed it because obviously it's quite late now, but that would have been quite cool. This is where I walked through earlier to go to the square down here. You got Costa Coffees, McDonald's. Here you got some pierogi dumplings.
Dumpling special for
It's for free?
free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Degustation.
And what's in the pierogi? What's in there?
Inside?
Yeah, inside.
Mamy tomato, and cheese, mozzarella.
Tomato and cheese, yeah? Okay, I'll give it a go.
Yes?
Okay, cool. Anyone, yeah?
Cheese, mozzarella, tomato.
Oh, there's two here.
Proszę, please.
Oh, there you are. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a big fan of cheese or tomato, but I'll give it a go anyway.
Yes? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? Let's go.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, definitely, yeah. Because I've already had dinner.
Okay.
But I'll come tomorrow. But yeah, that's actually nice.
Perfect dumplings.
But yeah, that's the sort of pierogi you'll get here at
Hello.
this pierogi place. Alright, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You know what? I was actually paying. For people who know me, I'm not really a big cheese fan and I fucking hate tomatoes. But I just thought, fuck it, like, you got to try some new stuff, you know. And that was actually really nice. Like, I didn't really have like a really strong cheese taste. Right, so it's 7:15 at the moment. And I'm not really that hungry, but what I might do, I might just get some dinner. And then after having dinner, I'll go to a pub and grab a beer and watch some football, because I know there's some Premier League on at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock this time, obviously 7 o'clock UK time. So yeah, if I have a bit of food now, should be ready for about 7ish to sit somewhere warm and have a beer, because it's getting so cold. So I remember around the corner from here is a popular Polish restaurant that I found on TikTok. I tried to go there last night, but they said they were fully booked. But I know that was because it was a Saturday night, so hopefully it being Sunday night, they have availability. And considering it's only a table for one, so let's go see if they have a table for me. So I made it to this restaurant that I found on TikTok. It's called Morskie Oko. Morskie Oko, yeah, that's how you say it. Right, the food that I've ordered has arrived. So I got this soup in a loaf of bread. It's got sausages and cheese inside. And then I got a side of sausage with some dip and some onions. And then I got myself a local Polish lager, Oko Chim. I'm gonna try the lager first. Oh, that's good. You know what? I've been a proper beer connoisseur this trip in Krakow, but I can't get enough of it. That is so nice. And I tell you what, it's just what I need because it's so cold outside. This is like proper Polish comfort food. But I tell you what, I really enjoyed that Polish food. That soup in the hollow loaf of bread was really nice. It was like, just, as I said, because it's so cold out here, it's just really nice to like eat something warm like some soup. And it was very similar to, the only thing I've had closest to it is a thing called boni chow, which is a South African dish where you basically put a curry in a hollow loaf of bread. It was kind of the same concept, but it was soup with egg and sausages. But yeah, it was really nice. I'm getting really cold again, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find a bar, get a beer, and hopefully watch some football. Oh, so warm. Alright, we're gonna sit in here somewhere. Got myself a beer, and we've got the game on. Leicester versus Man United. Alright, so in this bar, they're doing green lager for the St. Patrick's weekend. So I got myself a green beer. Let's see what it's like. You know what? That's so nice. It's so sweet. And not only that,
I'm also ready.
I met a couple of friends from Bradford. What are you saying, guys?
Hi.
What's your name?
Rome.
Rome.
The place Rome.
And you, mate?
It's Bradford Ryan.
Bradford Ryan. Hey. I'm with the Bradford crew. Alright, we're in the middle of the town square in Krakow. And I'm with the boys from Barnsley. Introduce yourself, boys.
Lad.
What's your name again?
Jamie.
Jamie and?
Richard.
Richard. Jamie and Richard from Barnsley. I met them in the bar just over there, and we're gonna head to another Polish bar. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's that.
We have been in that.
Oh, you've been in there?
Yeah.
What's it like?
You want to get a pool?
Yeah, mate, I'm down. Yeah, we'll play some pool.
I thought they said Casper's. Not this one.
Casper's like the dessert place.
The one that they recommended.
Right, I can hear fucking lads chanting. Is it alright in there?
It's a nice pub. It's quiet.
It's quiet?
Yeah, they've got a pool table downstairs.
Don't sound quiet. Should we see what the crack is, and then if, you know what I'm saying, we can just check somewhere else. I don't know, man, you good? Yeah, I'm down, Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, let's do it.
What happened? Interviewing people? Interview?
Nah, I make vlogs, mate. I make vlogs.
What about?
Travelling.
Oh, cool.
What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan. From Ireland?
Yeah. You want a beer?
Yeah, let's do it, yeah. Let's go get a beer.
Go get you a beer.
Cool, let's do it. Right, my man from Barnes is there. It's a quiet little pub. It don't seem fucking quiet. So I've got a pint of vodka. Less than £3. Cannot complain. Cheapest ships out here. You saying, boys?
No.
You good? What's your names?
Fraser.
Michael. Fraser Michael from Ireland? Glasgow, shit. I thought wrong. How long are you out here for?
Oh, till Wednesday.
What?
Wednesday.
Till Wednesday? Fair enough. I don't know how I confused the Scottish accent with the Irish accent, but... So we're pretty much next to the main square in Krakow, and it is, what's the time? Let me check. Local time, 12:20, and the square is dead. We're just trying to find another bar, have one more drink. One more drink in Krakow. It's fucking too cold. I just want to go somewhere inside. It's so cold, ain't it, boys? I'm actually surprised it's still open. Alright. Exactly. We're back in the bar where I met these boys. Anyway, we're gonna get 3 boys. 3 boys? 3 beers for the boys. Alright, cheers guys. Cha-ching.
Buying some Kinder eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some late night munch. Some Kinder eggs.
You've piqued my interest.
Right, have I?
KFC.
Mate,
all I want
you can't go wrong with a KFC, and especially a KFC in a foreign country.
All the way around the world, we come to KFC, don't we?
Mate, their fucking menu's 10 times better than the one in England.
It's warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Food's good.
Mate, you get all sorts of shit on the menu you don't get in England. Like, I went to one... Oh, shit. My man's fucking... Shit, mate.
My man's a wreck.
Nah, man, we just help him, innit? He's not alright. I thought he was fucking throwing up.
No. Never
Really?
happened. Never seen it.
Oh, shit. Jamie, you good, bro? All good? You good? Calm.
Let's go or not?
Hey, we're gonna get some food. Want to get some food? That's all that matters to me.
It's scary, isn't it?
I hope that KFC's open.
Hello, the boys. Maybe some strip club for you tonight. Show free entry and the open bar 100 slots.
No, thank you.
Jamie, do you know what? You're gonna struggle tonight.
Struggle? What is mean struggle?
Well, this is going to be the end of the vlog, guys. I was going to end it last night, but I'm not going to lie, I was too drunk. And yeah, I think I stayed out way too late. I'm looking like shit right now because I've had only a couple hours sleep, so got myself an espresso. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed travelling to Krakow with me, and I'll see you on the next journey. Please make sure to like and subscribe, it really helped me out. Alright, thank you guys, see you next time.